Well, when concerns over Omicron first surfaced last week, New York Governor Hochul wasted no time using her emergency powers. She issued a disaster declaration that allows her to halt elective surgeries at hospitals that reach patient capacity limits.
But some are wondering just how far the legislature will go to let her, given all the controversy surrounding her predecessor's use of pandemic powers. Arthur Jin joining us now to explain it all. Arthur.
Lori, Steve, at the beginning of last year, as this pandemic started, Governor Cuomo had a lot of capital. He commanded sweeping powers that were then stripped once he was embroiled in scandals. And the question being asked now is, as COVID cases are on the rise and a new variant breathes down our neck, does the current governor need those powers back?
As the pandemic started in 2020, with all the unknowns and a president downplaying its severity, then Governor Andrew Cuomo was granted sweeping powers to manage the state's response to COVID-19. Then, facing multiple scandals, the state legislature would strip him of those powers, and some now are asking, does the current governor, Kathy Hochul, need them with cases rising and the Omicron variant already in the U.S.?
It's absolutely reasonable to question whether or not Governor Hochul should be granted the same sweeping powers that Andrew Cuomo did.
Political experts say this time around it would take major motivation for the state legislature to once again grant sweeping emergency powers to a governor. For instance, if COVID cases skyrocket because of the new variant or if the number of deaths increases dramatically. Representative Tom Suozzi, who is running against Governor Hochul for the Democratic nomination, today repeatedly clamored for a comprehensive plan, implying the governor currently doesn't have one.
We need to have a plan as to what we're going to do if things go off the rails.
A spokesperson for the governor tells Fox 5, quote, since day one, Governor Hochul has effectively utilized every power at her disposal to combat COVID-19, including enforcing a nation-leading healthcare worker mandate, statewide vaccine pop-up sites, and ad campaigns to encourage vaccinations, incentives for the vaccine hesitant, and staying in constant communication with local partners to provide support on the ground. End quote. A political response we asked the former executive director of the New York State Democratic Party to translate.
Basically what she's saying is, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that everything that worked over the last 2 years still works, but I'm going to make sure that you don't think of me and Andrew Cuomo in the same breath.
Now, we may not be very far off from Albany having to deal with whether or not they want to grant emergency powers to a governor again. Many hospitals across New York State are already over capacity, and if the new variant is more contagious, we may soon see the governor start making her case. Steve, Lori?
Wow. All right. Thanks to Arthur.